Hello, students. Welcome to the class. As we had already studied about the introduction of acids, bases, and salts. So I think each and everyone know about what is acid, what are acids, what are bases, and what are salts. So now we will study in detail that the types of acids, properties, how acids react, and each and everything. Okay, so in this segment I'll be sharing with the acids. So first of all, as we already know, we have already studied that acid which are obtained from living things such as plants and animals are called organic acids, such as vinegar, lemon juice, curd, tomato, tamarind. So these are basically the organic acids, and these acids are weak in nature. And those acids which are obtained from minerals like hydrochloric, sulfuric, nitric acids. So those are the examples of mineral acids. Another we can in another types we can also divide them in different categories like concentrated acids and dilute acids. For example, like hydrochloric acids consists of hydrogen chloride gas dissolved in a very small quantity. So it is known as concentrated hydrochloric acid. And if the same hydrogen chloride gas is dissolved in more water, the strength of the resulting acid reduces, thus, the acid is said to be diluted. So, what we got to know that if the hydrogen chloride gas or whatever the gas is dissolved in small quantity, then it is known as concentrated, and if the same quantity of gas is dissolved in the much more water, that resulting acid will be known as diluted acid. Thus, an acid is concentrated or dilute depending on the amount of water present in it. How much amount of water we are adding, this will tell us the acid is concentrated or diluted. So, next moving further, let's discuss about the properties of acids. As we know, some physical properties of acids are acids have a sour taste, as we had already discussed. If we taste lemon, curd, or some natural acids, we can taste all the acids. So they have a sour taste. And acids turns blue litmus red. We had done that experiment. All acidic solutions conduct electricity. Acids are corrosive in nature as they can decay. The strong acids can decay the paper, cloth, or wood. Acids also corrode the metals such as iron or aluminium. So we store the acids in the glass bottle, not in any metal container. Acids are soluble in water. As when an acid is dissolved in water, a dilute solution of acid is formed and heat is given out. So to dilute an acid, always add acid to water slowly because it is dangerous to add water to the acid as it gives heat. Now moving further, we will discuss about the chemical properties of the acids. Now, first of all, we will discuss about reaction with metals, that how acids react when we add metals and acids. All acids contain hydrogen atom. As you can see, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, in all the acids we know that they contain the atoms of hydrogen atom or atoms. So dilute acids react with some metal to form salt and hydrogen gas. The metals replace the hydrogen of acids to form salts. We will get clear with our reactions over here. So when acid reacts with metal, salt is produced along with the hydrogen. Like if hydrochloric acid reacts with magnesium, magnesium chloride, which is a salt, is formed plus hydrogen is released. If a nitric acid is reacts with iron, iron nitrate will form, which is a salt, plus hydrogen will be released. Sulfuric acid when reacts with the zinc, zinc sulfate will form and hydrogen will be released. So in general, how we can write it as, if a hydrochloric acid makes a chloride, nitric acid makes a nitrate, and sulfuric acid makes a sulfate. Students, see here, if it is sulfuric acid, it will make zinc sulfate. We will discuss it later on, but please take note of this. Like if here is nitrate, it will change into nitrate, and here you can see hydrochloric, it will change into chloride. Okay, now let's see the reaction here. First we have discussed about magnesium with hydrochloric acid. We will discuss Mg. This is the symbol of magnesium, this is the symbol of HCl. But arrow is not showing over here, but here is the plus sign, here is the arrow sign. I don't know why arrow and plus sign is not shown here. Might be some problem with the PPT or something like that. So here will come plus, here is arrows, here will come plus. I'll show you in another reactions. First of all, see here, magnesium is a metal, hydrochloric acid is a acid, and when they both react, what will be formed? Salt will be formed, which is magnesium chloride along with the hydrogen. As you can see, in acid, hydrogen atoms are present. Here you can see 2HCl, this is hydrogen. In this, when zinc reacts with sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, this is the symbol of sulfuric acid, zinc, Zn is the symbol of zinc. So when they both react, what will we get? We will get zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. Now you can see, if we discuss about zinc, so here in this picture, this is the zinc granules and this is the sulfuric acid. When we add zinc to the sulfuric acid, these kind of bubbles will be shown, and these bubbles are of hydrogen gas. In this graphic you can also see, here you can see the bubbles. As zinc granule is put in the hydrochloric acid, you can see bubbles are formed over here. So these bubbles are the hydrogen that is getting released. So bache, like this, plus and arrow signs will come. I don't know why they are not coming over there. So but less reactive metals such as copper, silver and gold cannot replace hydrogen from acids as they are stable. So they don't react, they don't replace the hydrogen. So another examples are, so here you can see when zinc reacts with sulfuric acid, that is when Zn reacts with H2SO4, it will give us zinc sulfate, that is ZnSO4, and hydrogen will be released. In all the reaction you can see, when iron reacts with hydrochloric, when aluminium reacts with sulfuric acid, when magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid, you can see hydrogen is getting released in all the reactions. Along with the, these are, what is this? These are the salts. So when metal reacts with acid, salt is formed along with the hydrogen. Now next is reaction with carbonates. So all carbonates react with acid to form a salt, carbon dioxide and water. In the previous, hydrogen was released, but in this reaction, that is when they react with carbonates, carbon dioxide will be released and water. It is an example of neutralization reaction. So carbonate reacts with acid, a salt is formed, carbon dioxide is formed and some water is formed. So carbonates, for example, some carbonates are like calcium carbonate, sodium carbonate, copper carbonate. So when they react with some acid like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric, nitric, they will form, when calcium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid, it will form calcium chloride along with carbon dioxide and water. So the reaction of sodium carbonate with sulfuric acid is used to prepare carbon dioxide in the laboratory. This reaction, when sodium carbonate reacts with sulfuric acid, it gives sodium sulfate along with the carbon dioxide and water. So as you can see, baking soda reacts with vinegar. Vinegar is a acid, baking soda is a carbonate. When it reacts with the vinegar, as you can see, this form is the carbon dioxide. Salt is formed, plus these forms, as you can see, the bubbles are formed over here. These are the carbon dioxide is released. Okay, now bache, I don't know why arrows are not showing up. Here come will plus and here come will arrow. I'll take care of this in next slides, but please take note of such things. CaCO3 plus 2HCl will give CaCl2 plus H2O plus CO2. That is, when calcium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid, it will give calcium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxide. As you can see over here in example, this is calcium carbonate. When we pour some calcium carbonate in hydrochloric acid, or hydrochloric acid reacts with calcium carbonate, it will form some like this, and these bubbles are the carbon dioxide are released in the form of carbon dioxide. Okay, as you can see, I have taken another example. Hydrochloric acid when reacts with sodium carbonate, that is Na2CO3. Bacha, keep this in mind, these are the symbols of all what we are talking: carbonates, acids, salts, water. So HCl is the symbol of hydrochloric acid, Na2CO3 is the symbol of sodium carbonate. So when Na2CO3, that is sodium carbonate, reacts with hydrochloric acid, it will give sodium chloride, that is salt, and water, H2O, and CO2, that is carbon dioxide. So now next is reaction with bases. When we had already studied about this, I have talked about this salt reaction when we studied about the introduction about salts. In that we have discussed about the neutralization reaction. Here we will study that. So when acids and bases reacts, they neutralize each other. So generally we can say, when acid and bases react with each other, water is released as well as salt. If we take example over here, that is NaOH, which is sodium hydroxide, and hydrochloric acid, when they both react along with the water, one salt is formed, that is known as sodium chloride. But a salt means any ionic compound formed from an acid and base reaction, not just NaCl, that is not just common salt. The salt can be anything, any salt. It can be acidic, it can be basic, that depends on their nature, how the bases and acids are reacting. So it is not just NaCl. Another types of salts will be formed, like potassium. When potassium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid, potassium sulfate is formed, and potassium sulfate is a salt. So as you can see, reaction with bases, we are adding some universal indicator over here to check which solution is acidic and which solution is basic. So let's see. Here again I am adding universal indicator to another solution to check is it base or is it acidic. So this is HCl, this is NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, this is hydrochloric acid, and when they both react, you can see the solution will give NaCl, that is sodium chloride. So as discussed, so hydrochloric acid reacts with sodium hydroxide, that is caustic soda, sodium chloride which is a common salt, and water are produced. The reaction is like such as HCl, hydrochloric acid. HCl is the, I'm again repeating, HCl is the symbol of hydrochloric acid, and when it reacts with NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, it will give sodium chloride plus water. And this reaction is called neutralization reaction. That is, both acid and bases neutralize each other. In this process, heat is always produced. That is why the test tube feels warm after the reaction. The salt produced may be acidic, basic, or neutral in nature. It depends how they react. Now, the uses of acids. So basically, common acids which are used are hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, and nitric acid, that are mainly commonly used in laboratory as well as some industries. Okay, so we will discuss the different uses of these acids. First of all, let's discuss the uses of hydrochloric acid. Some of the uses are to manufacture chemicals such as glue, to remove scales, that is the deposit that formed inside the boilers in various industries, and that process is known as descaling, that is to removing the scales using hydrochloric acid. And to make aquaresia. Aquaresia is which dissolves the noble metals such as silver or gold or platinum. We can make by mixing 2 parts of hydrochloric acid in 1 part of nitric acid, and this aquaresia solution is used to dissolve noble metals such as gold and platinum. Another acid is sulfuric acid, and the main uses are to manufacture fertilizers such as ammonium sulfate, and this is also used in automobile batteries. The sulfuric acid is also used to manufacture detergent, that is, it is used in making of detergents, in making of drugs, plastics, paints. Sulfuric acid is used. Now the next one is nitric acid. The main uses are to manufacture fertilizers such as ammonium nitrate. It is also used to manufacture explosives such as TNT, and to prepare aquaresia, as we had already studied, to purify the precious metals such as silver and gold, and to extract some metals from their ores.